So we will start with portfolio questions. In this session, I will just do questions. Okay, no concept has been discussed in this portion. Okay, only questions will be solved here. Concept we did it in the last lecture. Okay, so some questions we will solve it by hand, and most of them we will solve it in calculator only. Okay, so let's start. Question number 1. It is a stock costing rupees 120 pays no dividends. The possible prices that stocks might sell for at the time for at the end of year with respective probabilities are. Okay, so they have given the initial price of it and they have given probabilities of it. So what they are asking, what they are saying is, next year the stock might go to certain figures. Okay, so for 115 it is 0.1 probability, for 130 it is 0.3 probability, and for 140 it is 0.1 probability. Okay, they have given probability for next 1 year. Okay, so they have asked us to calculate the expected return. What is expected return? Expected return is D1 plus P1 minus P0. P1 is your end of the year, P1 is your beginning of the year. So they have given P0 here. Okay, so this is my P1 for first year. Okay, is there any dividend here? No dividend. So only difference in price will be a return. So what will be my first year's return? It is my end year end price minus my initial price divided by initial price. So how much is it? It is 4.16% minus 4.16% is my first return, first year's return. So like that we have to calculate for every amount. Okay, we have calculated what return of every price. Okay, how much will it be for every price? If the price turns out to be so much, so how much will it be? Okay, now what they have given is probability. Okay, it is for the next 1 year only, so they have given probability. So what is the probable price? Okay, so probability total is 1, so we are doing it. So if we calculate all probability, we'll get 1. Like that, if it is in years, it will be of 6 years total, right? We don't want 6 years total, we just want 1 years. So we'll divide it by the number of years and we'll get average. Okay, so here we have to multiply with probability. Okay, so we got written here. Now we'll multiply it with probability. So when we calculate it with it, the product we get, it is your p into x bar, p into x, and the total, if we do it, we get x bar. Okay, so we are getting expected return as 7.08%. okay, now what they have asked, we got expected return. Okay, that is the annual expected return or average return they are asking. Next, calculate the standard deviation of returns. Okay, they are asking the standard deviation, which means the risk of it. Okay, so how much is the risk? That is how much will the price fluctuate from the actual, how much will the actual price fluctuate from the expected price. Okay, expected return. So how will we do it? We take our probable return, we'll multiply it with, we'll minus it with the x bar. Okay, what is my x bar? My x bar is 7.083. okay, we'll minus it, x minus x bar. Okay, x minus x bar, keep this in mind, and we'll do square of it. Okay, and when we multiply it with probability, we get what? Variance. Okay, we got variance of how much? 34.902. Variance can also be denoted as sigma square. Okay, this is known as sigma square, 34.902. Okay, now we want standard deviation. Now just square root it. How much will it be? 34.902 square root, it will be 5.907. okay, 5.907 or 8. Okay, so we solve first question. Okay, it is very much easy. I shouldn't have done it, I've already crossed it, so we did it anyway. Okay, Next, this one is good. We already solved in our example only. So here we'll see. Okay, here there is one unique point. We'll see what it is. Following information is available in respect of expected dividend, market price and market condition after 1 year. Market condition they have given good, normal, bad. For next 1 year they are doing probability. Okay, they are expecting. Probability is 0.25, 0.5, 0.25. Okay, they have given market price here. Okay, so we need to, and also dividend is given here. Okay, so they have not given us what? They have not given us initial price. Okay, so we don't know initial price, so we cannot calculate for the first year. Okay, so they have given here actually. Till here I don't know what it is, so they have given here. Okay, so what will be the return of it? This dividend plus the difference in market price, that is your end of the market, end of the year minus your beginning of the year, minus that figure you got, plus dividend divided by your initial price. That will be your return. Okay, so now what they have given is, they have just given us probabilities. Okay, these are not actual figures, they are just what? Probabilities. So now what we need to do, in all these cases our cost will remain the same. Okay, our P0 will remain same, our P1 will differ. Okay, so what is P0? They have given down here. Okay, the existing market price of an equity share is 106. Okay, they have given equity share price as 106. Okay, face value, this is irrelevant. Okay, next, which is come 10% bonus debenture of rupees 6 each. Okay, per share. What they are saying is rupees 6 is the 10% bonus debenture that they have added with the equity share. Okay, Messrs X Finance Company Limited had offered the buyback of debenture at face value. Okay, they are taking back debenture. So should we give back the debenture or not? Okay, find out the expected return and variability of return of equity shares if buyback offer is accepted by the investor. So what they have asked is that the buyback offer is accepted by the investor. Means what? This 10% bonus debenture will go from our hands. Okay, so this is not, this will go out of my hands. What will be my invested amount? It will be only 100 minus the 10% bonus. Okay, so how much is the 10% bonus debenture? It is rupees 6 each share. So 106 minus 6. Okay, so 106 minus 6 is equal to rupees 100 will be my what? Will be my P0. Right. Next, also advise whether to accept the buyback offer. Okay, this we will do it in the next part. Okay, so they have asked us to find out the what? Expected return and variability of returns. Means what? Annual return, expected annual return, average return, and R variance and standard deviation risk. So how will we do it? 115. See, question number 2, right? 115 was the amount. This is my what? P1. Okay, in exam you don't need to write formula, just write the calculation of it. Okay, only calculation carries marks. Minus how much is my P0? 100 divided by 100. So how much will this be? 15 plus 9 divided by 100. It is 24%. Okay, like that we have to solve for every condition. Okay, this is good, this is normal and bad. Okay, so how much will this be? Next we have 107 and 97. 107 and 97 minus 100 minus 100 plus my dividend. What is the dividend? It is 5 and 3. 5 and 3. Okay, divide by 100, divide by 100. Why we are taking 100? Because this is the P0. P0 is determined. Okay, this is only future value of 1 year. Okay, this is just probability. We are just calculating the probability. Okay, so now what will it be? Now this will be 5 plus 7 divided by 100. It will be 12%. And how much will this be? 97 minus 100 plus 3 divided by 100. It is coming to 0%. Okay, so this is my expected return. This is my annual return if the price reaches this point. But is this price point fair? No, it is just a probability figure. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll add probability here. Okay, and we'll do what? We'll take probability figure. How much is it? 0.25, 0.5 and 0.25. Right, now what we'll get? We'll get summation of x. We'll get directly x bar. Okay, this is product. Okay, so this one is my x, xp. This is my product, x into p. Right, so how much will this be? 24 into 25%, 6, 12 into 0.5, 6, 0. How much am I getting? 12. So 12% is my expected return. Right, we got 12%. First part of the question is done. Okay, so now what they are asking? They are asking variance of it. Okay, so how will we calculate variance? We'll calculate x. We'll put x. Okay, and we'll take x minus x bar. What is my x bar? My x bar is 12%. Okay, my expected return is 12%. So here we'll write good, normal and bad. Okay, so it is 24, 12 and 0. Right, here it will be 12, 0 and minus 12. Right, 0 minus 12 is equal to minus 12. 24 minus 12 is equal to 12. 12 minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, now this figure, it will come to 0 only. So we don't need this one. We need to square it so that we don't get 0. Okay, so we'll just square it. Minus x bar square. Okay, it is 144, 0, 144. Why it is 144 and not minus 144? Because when we do minus into minus, it will become plus. Okay, if we do minus into plus, it will come minus. If we do plus into plus, it will be plus. Okay, this is the basic funda, just remember it. Okay, 144. Next, this we got x minus x bar. Okay, now what we need to do? We need to do summation of, we don't need summation. Okay, because we don't have n figure here, we have probability, so we'll take probability. How much is it? 0.25, 0.5, 0.25. so how much is it? 144 into 0.25, 36. We get p into x minus x bar. Right, so this is my variance. This is my variance. How much will it be? 145, 36, 0, 36. Right, so it is 72% square. Right, now it is in percentage square. We need standard deviation. So standard deviation, or you can write in exam simply as standard deviation sigma is equal to 72 square. It comes to 8.49%. Okay, this is my standard deviation. So that's it for this question. This question is done. Okay, so now what they have asked is also advise whether to accept the buyback offer. So now my advice. What will be my advice? Now what is the return am I getting? Expected return is equal to 12% and risk is equal to 8.49%. Okay, in debenture, this is for my equity. Okay, in debenture, what is happening? In debenture, what is my return? Return is your interest percentage. How much is it? 10%. Okay, and return, how much is it? Risk is 0. Risk is equal to 0. So what we choose is, we choose the better option. Okay, we choose the option which has higher return. Okay, now if you see, this return is after 1 year, right? This return is after 1 year. So after 1 year I am getting 12%. So after 1 year, if we need, we don't need to buy back. But if it is within 1 year, we can buy back. Okay, within 1 year, I don't know what this is. Okay, I don't know what this is. So within 1 year, 10%, so we will buy back. Okay, after 1 year, no buyback. Am I doing ulta? Yes. Buyback and no buyback. That only they have given in the solution. Let's read it. Mrs. X Finance Company has offered the buyback of debenture at face value. Okay. There is a reasonable 10% rate of interest compared to the expected return of 12%. Okay. I showed you the comparison. Considering the dividend rate and market price of the creditworthiness of the company seems to be very good. Okay. The decision regarding buyback should be taken considering the maturity period and opportunity in the market. Okay, normally if the maturity period is low, let's say up to 1 year, better to wait to opt buyback option. Okay. So within 1 year, no buyback, and after 1 year we can buy back. Okay, so that's what the question is saying. Okay, you understood? Yes. Next, it is an easy sum. We don't need to solve it in calculator. Sorry, we don't need to solve it by hand. Okay, by hand I have shown you how to solve it. Okay, you can use the same format and you will get marks. Okay, just write it a bit neatly and give appropriate headings. Like here you can write calculation of standard deviation. Okay, like that you write, and you can write short form also, CALN. Okay, calculation of standard deviation, write this. Okay, and next in here you can write calculation of expected return. Okay, so if you give this heading also, and at the end of the time write when you get this answer, put this in box, and when you get this answer, put this in box. Okay, so you'll get full marks. Okay, so your figures are all right, you'll get full marks. Next, question number 3, historical rates of return of two securities over the past 10 years are given. Now we are going to move to return and risk of portfolio. Okay, in portfolio how we'll calculate return and risk. Okay, return how we calculate, we just do weighted average. Okay, okay, how we do return, we just do it by doing weighted average. Okay, how we calculate return, risk. For risk we need to check the correlation between it. Okay, so correlation is very important. So correlation, covariance is main thing. Okay, in the, what is the formula? A square plus B square plus 2AB. Okay, or else it is what I have written here, right? See, what is the formula? A square plus B square plus 2AB, or standard variance of A into weight of A, variance of B into weight of B, all in square. Okay, plus 2 into weight of A into weight of B into your COVAB. Okay, you need covariance of both A and B. Okay, so that you can find risk. We need covariance. Okay, for covariance what we need? For covariance, to find covariance we need relation also, R also. Okay, so what is R? R is COVAB, covariance of AB divided by standard deviation of A into standard deviation of B. Okay, covariance is joint variance and standard deviation into standard deviation is your variance. Okay, standard deviation of A, standard deviation of B. So we are taking covariance total figure divided by your individual standard deviation into both securities. We get almost covariance only. Okay. So here they are given two securities, security 1, security 2. Okay, and they are given the data for 10 years. Okay, we need to find? We need to find the covariance and correlation of two securities. Okay, it's a basic sum, so we'll just solve it in calculator. So how do we calculate covariance? Covariance is x minus x bar into y minus y bar. This is my security 1, this is my security 2, right? So for that what we need to prepare the following column. What it is, first one it is year, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it is. Then we'll write annual return of x. So they have given us return percentage. Okay, they have given us return percentage, that is your annual return x. So x minus x bar. What will be my x bar? X bar will be summation of x divided by n. This will be my x bar. Okay, x minus x bar. And next we'll take y, security 2, y minus y bar. What will be my y minus y bar? Sorry, what will be my y bar? It will be summation of y divided by n. Okay, and what we'll do, x minus x bar into y minus y bar. Okay, we'll get what? An answer. Okay, we'll do summation of x minus x bar and y minus y bar is what is my variance. What variance? Both the variance, right? So covariance, right? In this chapter the concept is very easy. The only part is your writing part. Okay, don't do silly mistakes. So we'll calculate, we'll get what? Covariance, right? We got covariance. Next, what they have asked us is correlation of coefficient of two securities. Okay, for correlation what we need, what is the formula for correlation? Correlation is R security 1 and security 2 is equal to covariance of security 1 and 2, that is this figure. And next what we need, standard deviation of 1 into standard deviation of 2, right? So we have COV 1, 2, right? But we need standard deviation of both the securities. So how will we do it? We do it by x minus x bar ka square, y minus y bar ka square. Okay, we'll take the total of it. Summation of x minus x bar divide by n. Summation of x minus x bar divide by n. It will be divided by n only. Okay, it will be divided by n. For covariance also, x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by n, because it is for 10 years, right? We need only for what? 1 year. Okay, so here we need for 1 year, we will get what? Variance. Okay, this is my variance. Variance of 1. And variance of 2 will be summation of y minus y bar divided by n. Okay, we got variance of 2 also. So if we solve it, we will get what? Variance, and if we square root variance, we get what? Standard deviation is equal to standard deviation, right? So this is what they have asked. See, we did R1. R1 means what? Your return 1 or your x. Okay, deviation is x minus x bar. What is your x bar? It is, this is the total divided by number of years, 10. Okay, we got this one. Next we do x minus x bar. This is my x minus x bar. We get this figure. Okay, we can't take total of it. Okay, we do square of it. Okay, this is my square. This is my square. So here I get 84. Okay. I'll just show it to you in my book. It will be easier for you. We got x minus x bar, we got 207. Okay, 207 divided by 10, we get 20.76 as variance. Okay, and here we get 84, and 84 divided by 10 we get 8.4. Okay, so totally we get 8.4, I guess. Okay, 8.4 is my variance. Next, if you want standard deviation, what we do? We did 20.76 square root, it is 4.55, and here 8.4 square root, it is 2.89 is my variance. Okay, is my standard deviation. Now we do x minus x bar into y minus y bar. Okay, here I have calculated it. If we total it, we get a figure. Divide by n, we get covariance of a and b. Okay, 1 and 2. And after covariance, what we do? We find relation. What is this? COV12 minus sigma 1, sigma 2. We get an answer as 0.0605. Okay, variance, this R is always between what? Between -1 to 1. Okay, so mind that it will be 0.06, so it is between this. Okay, minus 0.06, it is between this. Okay, so keep that in mind. It was an easy sum. Just remember the formulas, just remember the logic, you'll get it. Next, Mr. A is interested to invest 1 lakh in securities market. He selected 2 securities B and D for his purpose. Okay, this is very much easy. I'm not going to solve it. Okay, we'll just see the requirement part. It's not very tough. Okay, you can solve it by your own. So solve it. Okay, fifth one also is, I've cancelled it, but there should be something. So fifth will solve. Okay, fourth one is quite easy. You can solve it very well. Okay, I'll just explain it to you. So what we have to do, they have given 1 lakh. Okay, so they have asked us to they have given 2 securities. How much should we put in this? Okay, the coefficient correlation they have given, we don't need to calculate it. Okay, so what they have asked is calculate the portfolio return and risk of the portfolios. Okay, how will we calculate portfolio return? By weighted average, and portfolio risk by doing a square plus b square plus 2ab. Right, what is 2ab? It is your 2 into weight of a into weight of b into your COVAB. Right, COVAB you can find, yes, by, how can you find COVAB? X minus x bar into y minus y bar, summation we get divided by the number of years. Okay, so we get what? We get our COV, right? Or else you can do simply standard deviation into standard deviation of A, standard deviation B into standard deviation A into standard deviation of B into your correlation. Okay, that way also you can do. X minus x bar, y minus y bar, you don't need to do here. Okay, next, 100% securities in B only. If we do 100% in B, my portfolio will be of only one security, right? So what will be my return? My return will be 12% and my risk will be 10%. Okay, there will be no change. Next, the fourth part, 100% in investment D only, will get the same answer. Now they have asked 50% of fund in B and 50% in D. 50-50 if we do, what we can get? If we do 50-50, we'll get the risk of portfolio as 10.93, and when we do weighted average, we get 16%. Okay, in 75-25, we get 14% as expected profit. It is very much easy, expected return, and risk we get this. Okay, be mindful when you use this one. Okay, COVAB or standard deviation of A, standard deviation B into your correlation of AB. Okay, Now, if I tell you that the correlation between security B and D is 1, so how will you calculate risk of it? We'll just do weighted average. Okay, so that is the funda here. Okay, how do I prove it? Let's suppose our correlation coefficient is equal to 1. Okay, so what will be my risk? My risk will be a square, a plus b the whole square, right? So what is my a square? Weight of a into weight of a square into weight of return of a, sorry, risk of a square plus risk of b square into weight of b square plus 2 into weight of a into weight of b into standard deviation of a, standard deviation of b, correlation of AB, right? Now if we substitute the values, let's suppose it is 0.5, 0.5, okay, 0.5 square into what is my return risk of A, it is how much? Standard risk of A is 10%, okay, 10% square plus risk of, we'll take out percentage, okay, we'll just take it as 10 only, okay, it is all in percentage only, no? So standard deviation of B 0.5 square into weight of B is how much? Sorry, standard deviation of B is 18%, okay, 18% ka square, okay. Now what? Plus 2 into 0.5 into 0.5 into standard deviation of A 10 into 18 into 1, okay. Let's see if we get the same answer as weighted average, okay. 0.5 into 100 get 25 plus 0.5 into 18, how much we are getting? 85.5 plus 0.5 into 0.5 into 2 into 10 into 18, we are getting 90, okay. If we do it, how much we are getting? Plus 85.5 plus 25, 200.5 as my variance. So what is my standard deviation? It is 14.15, okay. This is by taking correlation as 1, okay. What if we take just weighted average? We'll check, okay. Weight of A into standard deviation of A plus weight of B into standard deviation of B. Let's see. Weight of A is 0.5 into standard deviation of A is 10 plus weight of B 0.5 into standard deviation of B 18. We should get the same answer. 10 plus 10 into 0.5. So we are getting 14. So roughly we get the same answer only, okay. I don't know if this is true, but yeah, it's a okay. Forget that concept. We just do it by formula only, okay. We just tried if it comes same, okay. It doesn't. But it should come same, right? I solved it again. Okay, here there is some difference. Okay, so here it is how much? It is 81, so we'll get 14 only, right? My concept was right. It is 14 only, we'll get the same. If the correlation is 1, we'll get the same answer, so we can just do this, okay, and not this whole formula. Here the difference is coming because of only your correlation, okay. So if the correlation is 1, we will get the same answer, okay. Next we do question number 5. It is, consider the following information of two stocks A and B. Okay, they have given year and they have given return. Okay, return of both the securities they have given. So what we need to do, the first one they have asked us is to expected return on portfolio containing A and B in the proportion 40 and 60. Okay, so how will we calculate return? First we need to what? First we need to find expected return. How will we calculate expected return? There is two data given here and two return given here. So what we'll do? 10 plus 16 divided by 2. So this is my expected return on A, and next expected return on B is 12 plus 18 divided by 2, right? It is 15%, right? So 13% and 15% is the average rate, okay? 13 plus 15. Okay, now what they are saying, 13 into 0.4, they have told us to do expected return of portfolio. So I am assigning weights to weights, okay, 40%. Next 0.6 into how much? 15 equals M plus MRC. It is 14.2, right? 14.2. Next, the standard deviation of return from each of these two stocks. Okay, now we have calculated return of each stock, expected return. Now we have to do deviation. Okay, how much is it deviating every year? Okay, so we'll do deviation and we'll get variance and we'll have to square root it. Okay, both of it is very much easy, you can do it by yourself. Next, covariance of return from two stocks. The covariance, how it is, x minus x bar, y minus y bar. Okay, x minus x bar we got now, we do square of it so that we can get variance of 1. Okay, now we have to find covariance. Covariance means what? X minus x bar into y minus y bar. Okay, this is my x, this is my y. X minus x bar, y minus y bar. X minus expected return, y minus expected return of security B. Okay, we multiply it, we get an answer, divide by 2, we get covariance. Next, what they are asking is correlation coefficient between the return of two stocks. Okay, correlation coefficient is what? COV divided by standard deviation of A, standard deviation of B. Okay, we get it. Next, risk of portfolio containing A and B in the proportion 40 and 60. Okay, now we'll assign weights to weights, A square plus B square plus 2AB. That will do. And in the end, what we do? 2 into weight of A into weight of B into COVAB. COVAB we got, covariance we got, we'll use that. Okay. So risk of the portfolio also will get. Very much easy sum, will not solve it. I'll just explain it to you. Next, question number 6 is also easy. Okay, we'll just see. I'll just explain it. Okay. So here Ramesh has identified stocks of two companies, A and B, good investment potential. Okay. Following is the data available for stocks. They are given past return, so we'll do X and X post analysis. Okay, average market price of the share is given. Okay, this is not return, this is market price. Okay, so market price, how will we find it? So here have they given opening value? There is no opening value, so we cannot find of year 2017. Okay, subsequent years we can find. Okay, so this we will take. So what they have asked is risk and return of investing in securities A and B. So what they are asking is what is the individual risk and return. Okay, so we'll find it. Now they have given us portfolio. Portfolio of what? Stock A and B in the proportion 6 and 4. So 60% will go in security A and 40% will go in security B. So after that we have to find return. How will we find return? We'll just do weighted average. Okay, we'll assign weights to it and we'll multiply it with by the expected return of it. Okay, and next what they are asking is return. How will we calculate risk of it? How will we calculate risk of it? We will calculate risk by the formula A square plus B square plus 2AB. Okay, so that is being, that we can use. So the better opportunity for investment, it is, they are asking is where will be my better opportunity for investment, in security A, B or the portfolio. Okay, So on the basis of, we need to give two reasons, on the basis of risk and on the basis of return. So we need to give two decision. If we want more return, we incline towards return, then security B is preferable. If we incline more towards risk, then security portfolio investment is better. Okay, so we got three options, right? So they are asking which one is better. Okay, here why we are taking portfolio, because we got diversified risk. Okay,